Hello guys, and welcome. It is ThatSrb2DUDE here today, bringing you yet another follow-up video for motion controls, or in this video it's more of a tutorial on how you can get yourself into motion controls. This is mainly for all the new people coming into Splatoon and pre-existing stick players out there, which I still want to change you guys into the breed of motion controls. So, here we go. As you can see, I do have my GoPro just to show you everything that's happening on my side, you know, how I'm holding the controller and how I'm moving the motion controls and stuff like that. I feel like the first thing that you want to identify into getting into motion controls is the way you hold the controller. Now, there's two different methods, or you can say, honestly, you could say a million with however you want to, you know, hold the controller. You can hold it like this, you can hold it like this. Maybe you even hold it like this, which is stupid, but you wouldn't really want to. But anyways, the two most common ways that people hold the controller in with motion controls is this way. This is one of the first ones. Now, personally, this isn't my favorite, but a lot of people do play this way, and a lot of people who play Splatoon 1 also had this type of method of playing motion controls. Now, the way you'd move your wrist to make a left and right turn is that you would push the controller forward, like that, to make that left and right turn. And how you'd aim downwards is going down like the controller like this, and up like the controller like that. Now, personally, for me, it's not my preferred way. I mean, this is solely personal preference, but why I personally don't like it is because sometimes when I push the controller, I have problems where I push the controller and sometimes, you know, the aim would go down because when you push it like this, you're kind of pushing it forward so it goes down as well. So whenever I was to make a fast turn, sometimes it goes down or up and stuff like that. And my goal for motion controls when I, you know, want to move my controller is to have a smooth left and right line like this. It wants to be smooth. I don't want the crosshair to be going up or down, which as you can see it is because I'm not completely used to this type of method of holding my controller. But I say the second method is my favorite, mainly because it's just a much more consistent way for me. The second way is having your controller held like this. And now you kind of want the base or the main area of the Pro Controller to be facing parallel to a flat surface. Now, unfortunately, with the Pro Controller, it faces on an incline. It goes downwards. So you want to hold the controller and make sure you face it, the base of the controller basically to a flat surface. And this is what I personally call the truck driver method of motion controls. Basically, it's a lot easier to keep a consistent line when you aim left and right. Just like this. You can see it does not go up, it does not go down. It's very, very consistent. I just move my wrist. Very, very simple. Now, just like that. Very, very easy, very, very simple. So, one thing I want to add as well from my last video, some people who have been using sticks probably thought when you use motion controls, you only solely use motion controls. You still have a stick. You still have sticks. It doesn't go up or down because all you do with up and down is use motion controls. But the thing is that you can use your stick. You usually use the stick when you're not actually facing anybody. So you kind of use it as a way to actually look around and stuff like that. Now, if you go into a situation where you do see somebody and you are close up to somebody, that's when you use motion controls. That's the time when you use it, as you can see right there. So, sticks are mainly just for looking around and just searching for things. And it's also to help you with the 180 turn that some people really did not understand how I did. You know, the 180 turn is a combination of motion controls and the stick. So if I wanted to do a 180 turn to the left, I would push the stick and do a motion control turn as well. And this makes it so much easier to do turns like this. As you can see here. As you can see, I'm moving my motion control and I'm moving the stick at the same time to do that 180 turn. Simple as. Right there. So, make sure you use this stick, because you can use it, and it does help a ton. So I feel like when people were trying to get into motion controls, they were solely only using motion controls. So, I mean, let's just see. If you're only to use motion controls, as you can see, you know, you get movements like this, and it's just, it gets a little awkward. I can understand that. Some people would, like that. But no, remember to use your stick. Your stick does help a lot. Like, right there. You can see the dummies on my left. I use the stick, and then I use motion to adjust the aim. Like that. It's very, very simple. Now, I guess one thing I should also add on is figuring out your sensitivity. Now, with Splatoon 2, it is amazing because you have the ability to change your motion control sensitivity and your sensitivity for your stick. In Splatoon 1, it was just one sensitivity. If you were to turn your motion controls to 0, your sticks and motion controls will be at 0. If you turn it to -3, your sticks and motion controls will be at -3. And so on and so forth. But in Splatoon 2, you can change both of them. You can even have them the same if you really want to, but you can change both of them. So as you can see, for my personal preference, I have my motion controls at 0. Now, for the stick, it doesn't exactly do too much, but because, you know, it just depends on how fast you want your camera to turn. Personally, if you're going to try out motion controls, I would say have your stick on -1. Keep it on the default because this is, you know, the default is the most recommended stick control. It's not too fast, it's not too slow, it just does enough. Now, when you want to figure out your motion control sensitivity, I say keep it on sticks, but just experiment with your motion controls at first. I personally say start with -3 and work your way up and see what's most comfortable for you. -3 is a slow sensitivity, but it's a very consistent sensitivity as well. And I personally do like it for that reason. It just feels really good on the hands. And it kind of allows you to feel out how motion controls actually move as well. It's a very slow sensitivity, but it does help to actually figure out the movements of motion controls. And don't forget to use your stick as well. If you feel like you need to make your stick a little bit faster, then you do so, please. But -3 is also just a really good sensitivity to get yourself started. And if you feel like it's too slow, then, you know, don't feel afraid to actually bump it up. Like, you could put it up to -2.5, you can turn it to -2. Just work your way up until you feel like you're the most comfortable at one certain sensitivity. Now, I wouldn't recommend putting your sensitivity at -5 or anything below -3, unless you're going to be using a charger, or a scope charger, where it doesn't actually matter too much. You can still pull it off, not gonna lie, but I personally feel like -3 is one of the best because it's one of the most slowest, but also one of the most fastest for a slow sensitivity. Now, personally, I have my motion controls on 0 because it's the most consistent for me, and I feel the most comfortable for this. And, you know, it's just a lot easier for me. Like, you get really used to it. So pretty much those are the 3 things that you really want to be wary of. This is just how you hold the controller in general, the sensitivity of the controller, or the sensitivity of the motion controls, and also just remembering that you can use the stick to actually change your left and right movement as well. And it'll just help you to assist in aiming sometimes as well, like that. If I need to turn to something really quickly, I can also use the stick and motion controls in that same combination. So remember to use your stick. It's very, very important that you use your stick. Do not only use motion controls just by itself, because then you're going to have a hard time trying to aim and stuff like that. I mean, unless you're already used to playing with motion controls, then it's not going to be a problem. You'll probably be able to do this all day long. But you'll come into scenarios where you'll be turning your controller like this, and then it'll just be super awkward, and then you just will not be able to aim properly and all that type of stuff. So please remember those 3 things. Right, so now I'm going to show you an example of actually playing Splatoon 2 with motion controls. I'm just going to go into the Turf War, considering in ranked, I'm S rank in everything. I mean, at this point in time, ranked is just not going to happen because there's just no one in S, so there's no one to play with at the moment. So we're just going to try and find a game, and we're going to see how we do. I'm just going to show you all the movements I normally do, and just, you know, watch as how motion controls can be so great into many situations. Right, so we are in a game, Turf War on Port Mackerel. I am using the Splattershot Tenatech, or the Tenatech Splattershot, however you want to call it. That's got a pretty interesting team there, but as you can see, I'm using the truck driver the truck driver method that I like to call. And as you can see, I'm just shooting upwards and downwards with motion controls because that's what you use. Now, I see someone onto my right. I'm going to use the stick to push it onto the right so I can look around there. Easily done. I see somebody over there. As you can see, I turn to the right. I'm using my stick as well. Oh, I hear somebody over here. Solely motion controls. As you see, in close range moments, I'm only using motion controls. But as you can see, when I'm just kind of just surveying the area and just going everywhere I need to, I'm also using a combination of the stick as well. So I see somebody right here. With this situation, it's motion controls on the combat. This guy right here. Oh, he's dead. Nice. Over there. Stuff like inkjet. I forgot about that. I don't know how people use sticks with inkjet. I don't even think it's the most optimal way, but... Oh, it's not the most optimal way, but... It's much more harder to actually, I guess, lead a shot into somebody using sticks. And trying to use the inkjet and stuff like that. Now, this guy over here. Easy. As you saw with the 180 turn, I use a combination of sticks and motion control. Now with this, I'm just kind of waiting, I'm just sharking around. With this engagement, using motion controls solely. There we go, another one. Someone over here. As you saw from that one turn, I used the stick and motion controls. As you see right here, I used the stick to look around. This guy right here. Waiting for the opponent to come out. 2 easy kills. Motion controls solely in those combat. Well, in that combat, I only use motion controls. I'm gonna go up here. Use inkjet. Oh, can I please go up? It's just hiding probably. Yep. Thank you very much, friend. People over there. I'm gonna throw a bomb. Solely motion controls with this engagement. Gonna assist. Go back. I'm gonna wait for this guy to come out first. Oh, she's pushing. Oh, oh! Almost lost the engagement, but we're okay. I don't see anybody right now. Oh wait, there's a guy behind us, but as you saw from that 180 turn, also using the combination of sticks and motion controls to take that guy out. And in the engagement itself, I only use motion controls. Now, I know for sure I'm repeating myself 20 million times right now, and it's probably sounding super annoying, but this is basically how you play with motion controls. In combat like this, in movement like that, you would not be able to do movement like that with sticks alone. I was able to easily get out of the situation by squid dashing out of it by using motion controls, by flicking downwards and pressing the shoot button to come out of that. But as you see, that was just an example. I actually don't think we won. Did we? Oh no, we did. Okay. Just for a second there, I didn't think we won, but we did. But that's basically an example game of using motion controls. If you guys want me to do more of these, just to show you how you play it, or how you play with motion controls in general, I'll be happy to show you. I'll be more than happy to show you and try to get you guys into using this. But that's going to be all for me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please, if you did enjoy, please like, favorite, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Both in the description below. Do it for both of you if you're feeling generous. If you want me to do more like this, tell me in the comment section below. Tell me if I messed up or anything. If you want me to use charges, I can show you how to use charges and stuff like that with motion controls. It's another type of thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Send it to everyone. Share this video with everyone who has been using sticks and you want them to convert to the amazingness of motion controls. And yeah, that is pretty much it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see you guys later.